So we only have a couple more weeks till the next season begins, and I just kind of wanted to make a video talking about what I hope to see with this new season, what the things I'm excited about, what I'm hopeful about, and so on. Of course, with this season ending that we are on right now, Season of the Haunted, I may do a video like giving my general thoughts on it, but I want to just talk about the next season and what I'm hoping will be happening. So, for starters, I know that we're expecting a D1 raid, which a lot of people are obviously saying that it's got to be King's Fall. I know the reasons why it would make sense is because as much as everyone would like to have Wrath of the Machine, myself included, because I really like that one. I liked King's Fall as well, but it just, I don't know, something about Wrath of the Machine and Destiny 2 is just sounds amazing. And one of the main reasons is that there's a enemy type that's not even in Destiny 2, which is the Splicers. We have everything else basically from D1 when it comes to enemies, except for the Splicers. So that would require a lot of work, so that's kind of why I don't think that we're going to see that as the raid. I think it might be King's Fall. It could possibly be Crota's End as well. I know a lot of individuals are not really thrilled on that idea. I'm fine with that idea. The loot was really good, so at least there's that. And plus, I would be curious to see like what changes they would do to make Crota's End a little bit more on the difficult side, but who knows. But anyways, when it comes to that, we also have, I believe, a D1 remake PvP map that we're also going to get. Yeet. Okay. Well, I was meant to hit you, but I went past you because I didn't want to just hit you. So anyways, yeah, I'm playing Bonfire Bash just because in the background while I talk about my thoughts. So yay. But we do know I believe we're supposed to get a D1 PvP map, like a remake. I don't know which one it would be. I'll be very curious if it's like something like I was actually thinking that it could be one of the Taken King kind of maps. But we'll have to wait and see. Regardless, though, I have no idea, and there's speculations on what next season's theme will be, especially because the last, like, talking thing that happened with Eris was she was talking to the Drifter, so everybody is saying that the Drifter will be a huge focus for the next season on some stuff. I would like that. You know, Season of the Drifter Part 2. It would also make sense if, with this whole weapon crafting, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the spare rations, the gnawing hunger, you know, the Season of the Drifter weapons also make a return into crafting as free weapons to continue this intensive amount of loot that we can grind that a lot of players would really like to see come back. And Season of the Drifter weapons, whew, They were amazing. I loved my spare rations, but more importantly, I miss that sniper. I really do. So I'd like to see those kind of weapons return. But who knows? It could be anything. I've even said that it could be something related to the Hive. It could be something related to, like I said, the Drifter. It could even be related to something completely different, like Asher Mirror, because there's speculations of Asher still being alive because of the things and stuff. But regardless, though, what I'm hoping for with this season, and even though I'm a little bit concerned about weapon crafting, I'll probably save that in a different video where I feel like weapon crafting is actually, making the loot grind of Destiny problematic. The reason why is, well, you'll have to wait until I give my thoughts on that. But I still would like to see more craftable weapons in the time being until they start to do other things maybe down the road or change things on how crafting works and weapon crafting. But like I said, I'll save that in a separate video because that's a huge topic on itself. But yes, I would like to see more sunsetted weapons get the weapon crafting treatment because I think that was a really, really good idea. And it's not, I know that you'd be like, oh, well, reissued weapons. Yeah, but they also had new weapons as well tied to Season of the Haunted, so that was perfectly fine. I think that that's where the problems of reissued content shouldn't be a problem because, one, it was free, and 2, we still had new weapons, including the weapons in the dungeon, so that's great. That's what we want, right? I would hope so. But yeah, when it comes to loot, obviously I'd like to see a lot of loot. I mean, with the format of how things are going, I don't know how I feel now about seasonal activities. Now that we've gotten the Leviathan as a patrol area, I kind of would like to see that more often being used, where they take something from the DCV, give it a little bit of change in environment, and have that be our area to grind through this season. Like if they were to bring back anything like Io or Mars or anything along those lines, I think that idea is really interesting to me. When it comes to the 6-player activities, 3-player activities that they do for like seasons, I've been kind of mixed on them. Like they can be fun, but I do think that sometimes they could be a bit repetitive and can get boring real quick. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see what they did with Season Haunted continue to go forward when it comes to bringing back certain things, and it's for free, so that's good. And the Sever missions were really, really nice touch as well, exploring the Leviathan, adding a layer of story that felt interesting because you were going through areas that you've gone through before, but it's changed a little bit more, where the style is different due to the nightmares. So I don't know. I really don't know about that. What the flip? It's just like that's just like the seasonal activity is kind of like a hit or miss. It could be really good, or it could be really just where you get tired of it really quickly. I mean, that can go the same with the patrol zone thing. I mean, we've only gotten that once, I believe once, yeah, with the DCV being brought back to see the patrol area overhauled for a season, and that be the focus. That's kind of the first time, so it's kind of hard to say if that's going to always be perfect too. But I'll be curious on what they decide to go for when it comes to a seasonal activity or whatever that we're doing. The other thing, obviously, is the raid. I mean, let's just say that it's King's Fall. I know that there's potential chances of it being something completely different, which, if it is, I'll be shocked, especially if it's Wrath of the Machine. But let's just say it's King's Fall. So if it's King's Fall, I think the main thing I'm really excited to see is how it plays out inside of Destiny 2. That was one of the reasons why I was excited about Vault of Glass coming forward, because I've always told people that yes, it is a reissued whatever, whatever you want to complain about it on, which honestly I don't understand why there's complaints about a D1 raid coming back when it's also free. They're not charging you for it, so that's a plus. But the cool thing about it, though, is that you're playing through a raid that had a lot of restrictions in D1 that we don't really have in this, with when it comes to builds, the crazy amount of exotics that we have, the weapons, the different types of weapons. That's kind of why I'm very curious on how, like, Oryx would turn out, because of the damage and how that would work. So I don't know. Aesthetically, the raid has always been like one of the coolest ones that I've seen in D1. And in general, actually. Also with that, I could also say we could maybe see the Dreadnought making a return. I mean, that would be a crazy thing to do. That would make a lot of Destiny players very happy if that was the focus of the season, where they had the Dreadnought, they would have the Taken King raid, and have some new weapons, some old weapons. Honestly, that would be something that would probably be the best idea they could possibly do to get players excited. Again, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. It's very hopeful thinking, I know. But it would be cool, wouldn't it? Now, finally, I do want to talk about well, actually, I might talk about a little bit on PvP as well. But, I almost got killed by that ship. When it comes to the Arc 3.0, I know that things have been a little bit on the unbalanced side of things, especially with Solar 3.0. Honestly, the problems with PvP and PvE, like trying to make things exciting in PvE while also making sure that PvP is balanced, has been obviously very, very tough. I know that that's going to be something that's going to require a lot of time and effort to get that going. Probably hire a lot more people to work on the PvP end, which I'm sure they're probably going to be doing. Oh, hold on. I got a telephone. Never mind. It was not for me. But yeah, I know that they're going to be most likely... That ship went right through the building. Anyways, I know that they're obviously going to be hiring a lot more people through, I mean, forever at this point, but they've been hiring a lot of individuals, and that's amazing. I've said with my hopeful Chibi hour a while back that I said that with all the hiring going on, that we could probably see Destiny get into a area where we're like, oh man, look at all this content by like maybe Final Shape or so. So, yeah, PvP, yeah, I'm sadly expecting it to still be messy, but when it comes to Arc 3.0, I'm just hoping that we get to see some interesting changes. I would like to see the Yeet Titan become even more Yeet. That'd be awesome. Plus, it would be really cool if we saw, like, Arcblade. Remember Arcblade? D1? I think it was called Arcblade. No, was it Blade Dancer? Or something like that. And, like, I know that we have Spectral Blade, but... like, Blade Dancer played very, very differently than, like, a Spectral Blade, because there was, like, there was that little, like, blast that you could do, and then there was, like, the wave attack that you could do. Like, there was actual things that made it different than Spectral, so that if they were to bring it forward with Arc 3.0, it wouldn't really be like, oh, well, it's just Spectral Blade. But I'd like to see that. That's hopeful thinking. When it comes to Warlock, just more lightning. Like, I could go into specifics on exactly what I would like to see. I just want to see some yeet. That's what I want, is more yeet. But yeah, Arc 3.0, really do hope that we can see some cool stuff being made for the existing subclasses, all of them. I don't want any of them to feel left out when it comes to this upcoming season. But yeah, I want to just kind of talk about PvP. Maybe I'll do a video if you want me to talk about my thoughts on SBMM and all that. I genuinely am not expecting PvP to be anything crazy. I know that we are getting a D1 remake plus Iron Banner. Oh, I'm so excited about that mode, which, by the way, it's literally cranked. If you've played Call of Duty, it's cranked. Like, they're calling it, what, Eruption or something? It's the same kind of mode from Call of Duty, where, like, you get kills and you get, like, charged up, and if you don't get a kill, then you die. You erupt in this case, or whatever. So, but it's still exciting. I mean, new mode! Like, that's the craziest thing! I wasn't expecting anything, like, new when it comes to a mode for a while, but here we are, we're getting there. And I hope that it will continue to be like that. But other than that, I know that SBMM is going to be probably messy, but also good in certain areas. Like I said, if you want me to do a video talking about that exclusively, I will. Don't really want to talk about it here. But, like, I always have had my thoughts about SBMM and how I think that a game should go with, like, making sure that modes are fair, but also that there's an area if you just want to relax and, you know, do whatever. There's an area for you as well. There's everybody happy, basically, in the end. But yeah, I'm not really expecting anything huge when it comes to PvP, but I could be surprised, like, if we see some crazy stuff for trials when it comes to loot. Maybe if they do armor, like another set of armor, if we'll see anything along those lines. I don't know, but it would be it'd be nice. Regardless, though, I am very excited about this new season. I mean, having a D1 raid to grind is going to be very nice. That has always kept my attention for a good while. Like when Vault of Glass was returned, because of the loot, because of the experience of playing through it with the D2 engine instead of playing it on D1. And of course, we have the Arc 3.0 to mess with. We got this new season that probably will have some intensive story stuff going on, because we got to remember, we're getting closer to Nightfall, so I'm pretty sure things are going to start heating up. I would say this season, but probably the next one. But I think that things are really going to start now coming forward. I mean, they did with this season, but this upcoming season, I'm really curious on what's going to turn. Like, what's the story going to go? But I want to know your thoughts. Like, are you excited? Are you not excited, or whatever? Do you agree, disagree with anything that I say? Let me know in the comments. Like, I want to know what your thoughts on this new season is. Like, what are you hoping for? What are you excited about? What are you not excited about? Like, let me know. But regardless, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a chibi-tastic day, night, evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next video. Chibi out.